exam, so this is good for us. We can actually, I say you need the first 10 videos of this section, they would study it, they will stop, start, pause, so on. That was actually ideal. So having the material offline, online for them outside the class was very, very good. So that was a useful part. And then Moodle actually is a great tool. I have to say it's a great tool because, but I hadn't used Moodle properly. All I used Moodle for was actually a depository. So it didn't have quizzes, it didn't have submission of, like what Wasil was saying, it didn't have forums or fora and so on. So I was using the basic Moodle. The change with this course is that I learned about flipping. This was at the Wolverhampton workshop. So flipping said, you already have the material, you can actually then tell students what to prepare for the lecture when they come in. So now they would have, for example, this is the first chapter, the first week, so the students know what to read, they have the material. Usefully, they have these notes and comments between the files. So it actually guides the students. It says, you finished this, you've studied this, now read this file which tells you this, or watch this video. So it takes the student through. Let me try to make it a bit larger. I don't know if you can see. I'll zoom in. This is probably clearer now. So each PDF file, they will open the PDF file, read it, then it gives them instructions what to do, or gives them an introduction, and then they would actually, and then this links into the associated YouTube playlist. So once they click on this, it takes them to the playlist for that chapter. And every chapter has usually one quiz. So whether we explain it in the class or not, they will have a quiz at the end of every week. Now this is where the active learner, I think, becomes, and it's scary for them, and it's scary for me.
Can they do the quiz many times?
No. It's now one of the problems we have is I couldn't get the quiz to work on here. Now we need to work on that. So I had to do the quiz classically in class. Now it would be ideal if you can have reattempts to reattempt it a number of times and so on and check it. But that we need to work on that. But it's not the technology. I think there's something we need to do.
Is it open for all students?
It's open for everyone. It's even open for students outside.
Yes. Not only the YouTube videos.
Everything. It's guest. I allow guest access.
Okay.
So when you go into the course, you can allow guest access without a key, so anyone can actually go in and make use of it. Obviously, the YouTube has been much more successful than the Moodle. I think it's more discoverable by Google. So other students can't easily find this. The Moodle, but the YouTube's is very, very easy for them to find. So the flipping part was the first thing. The flipping part allowed me to free the lecture time, and then we can have more in-class activities. The lady from Aalborg has been interested in doing some observations, Professor Ricky Magnusson. So this is a typical in-class problem where instead of me talking, I just introduce them to the problem. So we say, this problem is a rectifier, we rectified the power factor, and remember that you studied this or you learned this and so on. Now you need to start applying your knowledge and so on. So you can see, then I give them 10 minutes or 15 minutes. They would work in groups, and it's amazing. Students who usually are asleep, or who, they wake up, they will discuss, they will ask questions, they will work in between them and so on. Some of them laugh, some of them make jokes, that's fine. But this is a completely different class. Instead of me talking and talking and talking.
Yeah,
they're not. It's the culture. The culture is still that class. While if you look at nurseries and schools in the UK, for example, they have a small table, 4 or 5 tables. They have 5 students, and the teacher has 2 assistants, and she'll go around, and a weaker group will be here, a stronger group will be
we
here.
have in the university, in our education building, we have a new classroom, a smart classroom with movable.
Movable chairs and so on,
which would be perfect for this.
We are lucky. We are lucky in Birzeit. Everything is movable.
But we're going to make a video to show you how it looks. It's brand new.
That's a culture shock. And what I said, it's scary for me because I'm worried. I'm going to give them this quiz, and are they really prepared? Have they really watched the videos? And unfortunately, the main incentive for our students is marks. And the weekly quiz does incentivize them. They would go and prepare. They would watch the videos and prepare. If I left it open, so this is actually one of the drawbacks of active learners. They're still not active learners. If I didn't have a quiz, they probably wouldn't go and watch it. Maybe we get one day to a stage where they'll be disciplined and every week watch the series of videos and prepare themselves. Maybe one day, but I don't think they're at this stage yet. So we can't jump. We can't make that big jump. Now we then stop this and. We stop this, and then I say something, or one of the students comes to the board, and he solves the problem. And for example, I think the following one, Yeah, this is, for example, the student now coming up and then solving the problem in front of his colleagues, and then they will actually, so that student, he's ready, he's got an answer, he will go on. Now, Ricky is observing these as part of problem-based learning, and she's interested to see what we could learn from this. And so at some point, yeah, there's the student, he's ready to answer and so on. And you will start seeing some weak students who are disinterested, they will get a bit more interested and so on. So I think one of the things I was going to say is engineers are arrogant. They think they know everything because they know everything technical. What I've realized is I know nothing about education. Nothing, absolutely nothing. We think that we stand in a class and speak for 50 minutes and we're very clever, and we are very clever, obviously, but that's not the way to enthuse students. They say that they've understood something and they haven't understood it. They say that they're following and they're not actually following, or they find it difficult. When they actually answer the question, you realize how much they know and how much they don't.
How many sections do you
I have
teach?
one section of
Only
45 students. I have another 3 courses which are not part of methods, but I've started applying the same thing this semester. So up to now I've had 15 quizzes. Just today we had 1 quiz. We finished 1 quiz. The last thing I was going to say is, this is, for example, the project. So today they were given the practical project which they're going to build, and some students only learn by projects. One student said to me, I don't care about these quizzes, I'm not interested, they're a waste of time. I like projects. I want to go and learn by a project. Every project, the only thing I've learned from university is projects, which is fine. Okay, he learns in a different way. He goes away, he builds something, he enjoys building it and so on, practical. Other students don't. Other students, so it's bringing up ideas which I think we didn't understand before. And I think that's it. As I said, I think Moodle is quite, is a very, very powerful tool. Submitting, there was another assignment which was done in a different course, which is going into a building, doing a survey of people coming in. It's a course about lifts, elevated traffic, and then using an accelerometer to measure the acceleration, and then building the whole design. A female student said to me, now I understand what you were talking about. And they submit it online as well. They have a deadline like Wasil was saying.
Okay, Dr. Lutfi, thank you.